Woodman, good afternoon. Where's all the snow? I think on Mount Fuji, but it's melting probably. Oh, it doesn't snow here. That's the beauty of it. The winterly winds are blowing and it's dry and sunny. Just perfect. A little chilly. Wonder if the ants are still walking. Don't see any here. Maybe they are sleeping for the winter. Yeah, it's beautiful. Tomorrow will be also beautiful. Oh, wait a minute. The ants are not sleeping. They're moving. Can zoom in a lot here. Whoa. Communication is happening here. Ah, beautiful. Geocaching day. Weather. I definitely will go geocaching on Saturday if it's this sunny. Sunday is gonna be cloudy. Can't wait. I'm running out of free parking. It's incredibly difficult to find a spot where you can park for free. And when you find it, now that the winter came, they switched the hours. They don't open the parking from 8, they open it from 9. Crazy. It's like an hour. Man. Where was a nest here? Oh, look at these ants are still doing something. They're so tiny. Look at them. Can't see them with eyes, really. Still digging. Yeah, these ones are super small. Yeah, some species, I think it's maybe similar to what I have. Really tiny, and they have these cute heads with pincers ready to eat meat. So far, 2 of my ant kinds are hibernating and two other ones are not hibernating. I've given them pork 2 days ago. Today is sushi day, and before that they got a warm meal. Mealworm, not warm meal. I heard one of their kinds will not hibernate, but they're still both active. And I have to work on my nest and figure out where they are escaping. It's just I need to seal it properly. Oh, there's still a dragonfly. Mount Fuji. Butterfly, wasp. Still some wasp is alive. One of those non-ferocious kinds. Actually, it's more than one. There's free. Maybe they have a nest close by. So on the old Japanese calendar it's winter now. Oh, butterfly. The last of the last insects are surviving. Oh, butterfly took off. Onwards we go. It says crazy bicycle. High speed. Funny. Ah, beautiful. Does winter start like December 21st? I don't know. I can tell you that after December it's getting cold, really. Like the coldest. So it takes time. Now it's still nice and warm. When it gets cloudy it's cold. But it's still too warm for winter. I can smell the leaves. It smells great. You know, all the seasons are divided, so there is a time where there is like a lesser cold season of the winter. Then there's a great cold season of the winter, and after that, only after that, I think spring comes. Chinese were just geniuses when they made this calendar with 72 seasons. Or was it 24 seasons subdivided into 3 sub-seasons each, giving you 72, something like that. 80 degrees, wow. Yeah. Now no one knows what the weather will be like. I heard there was some heat wave. It was warm at one part of somewhere in Canada. Crazy weather, they said. Surprising. Maple tree. Today is an excellent wind for surfing, windsurfing, or kite surfing even, or just playing with kites. And here the grass is so pristinely green. I think they cover it. It takes a lot of maintenance. I mean, they cover it for cold weather, but they uncover it when they play. I wish there was free parking. It would make geocaching so much easier. I found 1,500 geocaches. But I must go on for more. What's the cost? Well, it depends where you are, right? somewhere in Ginza maybe, you might pay, I don't know, $40 per day or more. Yokohama city parking in downtown is 20-ish per 12 hours or something like that. Some other places, far away in the boonies, yeah, maybe 1 hour, 100 yen. So that's $1 for 1 hour, and then $1 per 30 minutes after that. Some parkings have maximum, so you can go up to like $6 or $12 or things like that. It's an arm and a leg, because you can go by car and pay for parking, or you can go by train and pay for the train. Sometimes going by train is cheaper. Sometimes going by car is cheaper. And if you want to take a bicycle, like I do, preferably by car. Unless it's some very busy downtown area, then forget it. There's no parking. Trains are the way. But I expect, high density of caches, which sometimes they are not, and you get tired walking all day. Yeah, parks like that are like that too. I think the park over there. What is this? Something sitting here. Ladybug cousin. I think maybe they charge $800 per whole day. I mean, not 800 yen, so that's $8. It's that kind. And I think they let you leave after they close the parking. So you cannot enter, but you can leave. And sometimes, it's trouble, because you want to go to mountains, and they always close these municipal parkings at 5 or 4 in the winter. So you can't really go any hiking places unless you find free parking that's suitable to park. And sometimes there are trails, like where the trail starts, but there are already many people parked from the morning, so there's no place to park. You gotta be rich to park. Wish I wouldn't have to worry. Driving in the city is pretty bad. I mean, you cannot go anywhere quickly unless you pay for highway. But highway costs, parking costs. I hope you bring your own food. Other than that, you have to pay for your own food too. Convenience store food, it's expensive. Everything added together. Then you just get tired of just driving the car. Oh, helicopter on the horizon. Number 2. That's mine. Yeah, of course you have to go pay on highway. You have to pay to go on highway. And some highways are cheaper, some highways are more expensive. Man, if you want to drive from here to Mount Fuji, that will be, I think, $20-something one way. The highway is almost twice as fast as roads. But if you take normal roads, it will take you like 4 to 5 hours. Very difficult. Oh, wind is blowing. Sorry about the sound. You so in Canada they don't have to pay. In Saskatchewan they don't have to pay. At least Ontario, I think, never heard of that. I think there's one highway somewhere in Canada through the mountains where maybe there's a toll. Canada is like, you just drive. In Saskatchewan you drive on cruise control into the heaven. It's very boring, takes forever, very monotonous drive. No, the parking around Mount Fuji is free. But the thing is, you know, they had many parkings there, and if you want to park at the half of Mount Fuji, you have to take a bus to get there. During the tourist season, they close the traffic to cars and everything, and you have to get the bus. But there's a time when it's almost the tourist season is over, and they open it for like 1 or 2 weeks where you can drive the car up there. And then, okay, so 3 parkings are free of charge. Actually, wait, yeah, kind of like. But there is another one from the other side where there's a private road, where you have to pay for it to get to the 5th station. And they have some restaurants up there, you know, more stuff. And I think they must be still open because there wasn't any snow. There was a little bit of snow, but I don't think they closed yet. They just go to maximize their business. Of course, the trails are long closed because it's too cold to go up there. I remember when Mount Fuji was open and you could just drive there anytime you wanted. And there was always free parking. Never had to worry. Now you get free parking, but you have to pay for a bus to get there. And there's lots of tourists. But some other mountains, you know, you can find some places to park. It's not that bad. But you know, now everyone is hiking, so it's taken maybe, even if you get there early in the morning. It's kind of scary because if you park the car at the side, you never know if some rock will come and hit it or destroy it. Mount Fuji right now, I bet it's around maybe minus 10, minus 12. Pretty windy and cold. You know, there's nobody up there at this time. Very unsuitable for climbing. In the winter, like February, January, I think you can expect minus 18, minus 20, like normal Saskatchewan daytime weather in the winter. And some wind, of course. Mornings are often very, very crazy windy. Not sure. Sometimes they continue till like afternoon. Yeah, that's cold. It's crispy cold. I noticed they put barriers where I used to park. There was this secret parking area because they always barricade the road to the parking so that cars cannot go and close the road. But there was close to that barricade was a secret parking area, and they put barriers there too. I mean, you could go and park somewhere, you know, farther away at the side of the road. What a hassle. many times. I hiked everywhere. It was very nice before all the tourists. I mean, if you go to north of Mount Fuji, to those southern Alps, there is even more crazy, you know, it's like real mountains, rocks, snow, ice. You cannot climb in the winter, of course. Too crazy to go there. It's even scary in the summer to go. You know, like an easy trail becomes really scary when it's covered with snow. And very dangerous, probably. The thing is, you have to find where to park your car and then get to the trail, and sometimes it's, you know, like 2 kilometers of walking or 3, and there's nothing but mountains. In the winter, well, you can go climb anywhere if you want. No one's gonna stop you. Mount Fuji is barricaded so that, you know, people don't go there, but people go there anyway in the winter. I mean, last what was it, before they even opened Mount Fuji last spring, 3 people climbed there and died. And they were like, you know, mountaineers with ropes and stuff and helmets. So it's quite risky. But you can go to climb other mountains. I mean, there are avalanches in the other ones. There are falling rocks, falling ice. Not so funny. And hypothermia, you know. Sometimes there's just no cell reception. I wonder how many casualties were there this year on Mount Fuji. Every year someone dies there, many people actually. But Mount Fuji is split between, I think, 3 prefectures, so they have to, yeah, they have different statistics from different prefectures too. It's a pretty big area. But then if someone dies somewhere else, sometimes they don't find anyone. Like, you know, there was once this girl in the summer when she was playing like at the campground, and she disappeared. You know, like at 3 p.m. she played there and she disappeared, and they were looking for her and they could never ever find her. They thought someone kidnapped her. Only like 3 or 4 years later they found her remains, but there was like almost nothing left. I think she went the other way of the camp. I think she slipped and maybe hit her head and died by the river somewhere. You know, slippery grounds. Every year is like this. Somebody disappears and they cannot find the person. Or worse is like when tsunami comes, you know, there's so many people missing. Like no one knows what happened to them. Oh, that was a bakery truck. Big factory bakery, I mean. Here is a land, big land, free of house. Who's gonna build a house here? It's pretty nice. Maybe $400,000 or more. It's nice that they have gotten rid of the building. Usually you have to pay a lot of money to clean it, so no one wants to buy it, even when the building, stands on it. The old Japanese house is standing on it. But when you demolish it and then try selling, I'm sure people will buy. But if it's empty, you have to pay tax for it. But if it's like a parking like here, I don't think you have to pay a lot of tax. So I think there's some you don't pay some tax for it, and it's cheap. So for unused land, high taxes. This guy here has a whole farm. My gosh, he's a gazillionaire. Maybe his family was the ruler of this land, landlord, 200 years ago. As it costs a lot, all of the like $20,000, maybe $40,000 to dismantle and recycle a house. No one wants to pay. Sometimes you will see really, really old houses just falling apart because the person died, and none of the family claimed that house because they knew if they claim it, either they cannot pay the tax for the land that it occupies, and they don't want to pay for demolishing that house. So there's lots of houses like that. Sometimes you don't want to buy a house next to that house because if it collapses on your property or something, no one's gonna do anything about it. It's like a dead cemetery. So many plots that look nice and upkept, but some are completely forgotten. It's exactly the same with houses. Exactly. Yeah, taxes are, of course, a lot. Starting from Ginza, where like 1 meter square is something so super universally unbelievable that you think you would not even put a toilet on that land. Then going out here, it's very expensive. The house might be worth nothing, so you will not be paying. After 20 years your house is worthless, so you won't be paying tax for the house, but you will be paying the tax for the land that the house is standing on. And that is significant. And if they build a subway or something else around you, that tax can go up. So if you retire, you can maybe go bankrupt if you are unlucky. If you build it in a new area where it's not developed yet. Yeah. And then you have tax for the roads, for everything, as usual. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Thanks for joining. Nice day. Hopefully tomorrow will be a nice day too. So take care. The gust of wind is coming. Bye bye.